Hey boos, this is Game Freak 982928 of Total Ponage Incorporated. I just got back from a trip to St. John's, which is basically the biggest city we have in Newfoundland, which is still pretty fucking small compared to the mainland. But at least they have a mall. That's actually a mall. Gander has two malls, but they're not malls. They're just... they have stores, but not a lot of stores, and they all sell the same stuff. They also have a lot of restaurants in St. John's, and they have a lot of, like, stores that sell, like, all sorts of amazing crap you can't get here in Gander, including art supplies and stuff like that. So I was really, really happy to go down there, and I was really excited. I figured I'd do something a little different today. I figured I would do a kind of an update video, but mostly like a haul video. I don't know if, I don't think I've ever done one of these where I just like literally talk about all the things that I bought while I was away. Yeah, I figured I should do that because I bought a lot of stuff and I'm really excited about it and I don't know how else to put it, so. Yeah, I'm not funny. Oh, and you could probably tell I've got my hair dyed once again. And I'm so happy with it, and pardon my glasses, but like I drew my eyebrows on way too fucking thick by accident this morning. It was like 9 in the morning and I was still half asleep. I had to do makeup. But and people are like, what do you mean by draw your eyebrows? Well, when I got my hair dyed, I also got my eyebrows shaved off. I'm not kidding. Here's a video.
Don't make me laugh while I'm doing this. Let me go to best off. I just slice your eye off.
Oh my god, that's funny. Alright, so I think the way I'm gonna go with this is I'm gonna do it basically by day. So I was there 2 days, and I think I'm just gonna talk about things in the order that I purchased them, otherwise I'm just gonna be all over the place. So we got in there, and first thing I did was I went to lunch at Sun Sushi, which I fucking love. I don't actually like sushi, but other Japanese dishes I'm obsessed with. So I had a good feed there. I had lots of sweet potato tempura, which is probably one of my favorite things there. And I also had tonkatsu, which I made once, but it wasn't as good as like the authentic stuff. So I ate there, and then my parents were gone to Costco, and basically I was supposed to meet them at Marshall's, another store we do not have here in Gander. So I went down there. The first thing I bought is this super adorable brush cleaning thing. What is it? Makeup brush cleaning pad. There we go. English, because I can't do it. So basically it's in the shape of a pineapple. Don't ask why I picked the pineapple. It was just like, I think it was mostly because of the holographic background that it comes on. I've been watching way too much Simply Nailogical. But I mean, this was like $7. Like, you can't get deals like that here in Gander. Not only does Gander not have as much stuff, but the stuff that they also have, that St. John's has, is so much more expensive for some fucking reason. Gander just sucks for shopping. Let's just leave it at that. Won't even talk about it anymore. But yeah, this is so useful because I always, like, I'm really, like, I know a lot of people hate cleaning their brushes. I'm like the opposite. When I was in art class, I used to love, and I mean love, washing all the brushes. There was just something so satisfying about seeing, like, the soap and all the colors going down the drain and having a perfectly clean brush. Like, I was very meticulous when I was in charge of cleaning brushes. And I'm pretty much the same with my makeup brushes. All my makeup brushes, once I clean them, they are pristine. They do not have stains. The only thing that I can't wash to get all the stains out of is my friggin' I have a beauty blender, but I've been using a different off-brand makeup sponge because I kind of don't want to ruin my beauty blender. And it's been working great, but it's so hard to clean and it's got stains and I can't, like, for the life of me get it out. So, but this definitely helps with my brushes. It doesn't do much for my sponge, but this actually really does get my brushes super clean, and it's also super satisfying to watch all the suds just flow through like the maze of lines and then rinsing it off and it being completely clean and stuff. And one thing I love about it is it actually has suction cups on the bottom, so I can affix it to the shower wall, or I can affix it to the sink, or whatever I want to affix it to, and then I can just rub my brushes all over it, and it makes me happy. And it also came in this adorable little carrying case, which I am not gonna throw out. So the next thing I got was this thing that I really, really desperately needed. I bought this super ginormous, huge holographic makeup kit. Like, this thing is like crazy. And it's like, I'm not kidding, I needed it because, look, even before my shopping at Sephora the next day, it's already filled to the brim. And this is just my good makeup. Like, I still have some makeup that I don't use anymore because it was like really, really cheap stuff that I don't use anymore. But yeah, this thing is super heavy because I've got it filled. I noticed there was like a little crack on the top afterwards, but I didn't think it was a big enough deal to actually return it and exchange it. Plus, I kind of grew attached to it, so I decided to keep it. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. Why does someone who's so bad at makeup need so much makeup? Shut up. Then me and Mom went out to Kenmount Road, which is one of the major roads in St. John's. It's where the Avalon Mall, which is the main mall of St. John's, is located. But we kind of didn't go there because we were going to do that the next day. We did 2 other stores in that area. The first store we went to was Toys R Us. I know they're closing a lot of the American stores, and I was like so relieved to hear that they're not closing their Canadian stores, because literally it's pretty much the only place I can find in all of Newfoundland that still carries Monster High dolls. So I was really, really shocked when I heard that they were going under, and I'm just super glad that the Canadian stores are okay for now. So I know a lot of people are like asking, like, why do I specifically need Monster High dolls? Believe it or not, I'm not actually a collector. I do have a handful that I bought for myself. I do like Monster High dolls. Like, as you can see, my curtains are Monster High. My bed set is pretty much Monster High. But, as for the dolls themselves, I recently started getting into doll customizing, and my favorite doll to work with is the Monster High doll, just because I love the sculpt, I love the, way the body is shaped, the way the head is shaped. It's just, it matches my drawing style quite a bit, and I honestly don't feel like good working with like Barbie and stuff like that because I just don't like the body shape. I watch a lot of these doll customizers who specialize in Monster High dolls, and like, I don't know how they do it. They're like, oh, I'm going to make this doll, so I'm going to dig through my huge box of dolls, and I'm gonna take this one specifically, and I'm just like, how do you get half of those? Because honestly, a lot of the dolls that I want, I had to order online through eBay, which is not cheap. So whenever I find like dolls at a good price, I usually do pick some up, and Toys R Us has been a really, really good source for that. I saw a couple of the Monster High electrified dolls that were like on sale for like $15.99 each, which is a fucking steal. At least here in Newfoundland, because here in Newfoundland everything's fucking expensive, and we have 15% taxes. The highest in the country. 15%. Just to let everyone know. I managed to get another Aerie Hauntington. I like this one because she's already like super duper pale, and a lot of my characters are like ghostly white, and like with her I don't actually have to do anything with her skin tone, which is nice. I already had one Aerie Hauntington that I turned into my character October. You can see pictures on my Instagram. I'll probably throw one here as well. And I'm just super excited to have another Aerie Hauntington. And when I go back to St. John's in a few weeks for Sci-Fi on the Rock, I do plan on picking up another one, because there was 2 of her. The other one I picked up was this one I've never even heard of, Sylvie Timberwolf. And the reason I was super excited for this one is because I do have a character who does have, like, dog-shaped ears. The only thing is, I started work on her with a Claudine Wolf doll, but the thing is, the Claudine Wolf dolls have, like, a super dark skin tone, and my character doesn't have as dark a skin tone, and it's easier to darken a light doll than it is to lighten a dark doll. So it's, I was really excited with her, so basically I'm just gonna, when I decide to use them, I'm just gonna like do all the other stuff customizers do, like cut off her hair, take her face off, like give her new clothes and stuff. And I actually like the shape of her shoes too. Like, you can't really see them through the box, but like you can see through the image, they're like crescent moons and stuff. So like, overall, I would say this is a really good addition to my collection, and I can't wait to actually make something out of her. Like, I'm super excited now. So the next store we went to was just down the road from Toys R Us. It's this really high-end, high-quality art supply store that I had never been to before. I've seen them, like, advertised, and I've driven past there, but unfortunately I've never got the opportunity to go in there until recently, and I am so glad I went in there because they have almost everything you can think of. Like, they have all sorts of paints, all sorts of drawing supplies, all sorts of notebooks, canvases. They even had the chameleon pens, which I really want the chameleon pens. The only thing is they're so expensive, and I'm gonna have to save up for them because honestly, unless you're gonna buy the whole set, there's no point, because by the time you buy all the individual kits to get all the colors that you need, you've already wasted so much money. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any chameleon pens this time. I did, however, buy 2 things. The first thing's not very exciting. It's just like a really fine, ended, will it focus or will it not focus? I can't tell. But it is a very fine paintbrush that I'm hoping to use on my dolls. I've had a hard time getting the, details with the brush without like making a huge mess, so I'm hoping that'll help. And the other thing I bought, which is a lot more interesting, is this. This is a Derwent electric eraser, and if you've watched a lot of art videos, you'll notice that this is something that's starting to pop up in a lot of them. And literally, it's just like an eraser, and it's on this thing, and when you hit the button, it actually spins. It takes 2 AAA batteries, and I know like a lot of people are like, oh my god, people are so lazy, now they've got electronic racers. But the thing is, this racer isn't just like for replacing the wrist motion, which would help me a lot regarding my carpal tunnel. Well, actually, it's not carpal tunnel. I don't know what the frig it is. I start physiotherapy in a few months, I guess. Anyway, but the thing is, this is a lot more precise than having to move back and forth yourself. And on top of that, it also does a lot less damage to the paper you're using it on. So this has a lot of other benefits besides just making lazy people lazier, which I definitely fall into that category. And it comes with a good number of replacements, so I think I will be good for quite some time. So then we went out for Chinese, and the last thing I bought that day I picked up just as we were leaving the restaurant, and I noticed we were next to the Village Mall, which has a Kohl's, which had a book that I was actually looking for quite some time. So a lot of the people who know me know that I have a tendency to like things that a lot of other people just really don't like. A good example of this is Sonic Underground. Like, I know a lot of people are like, that's literally the worst Sonic cartoon ever, but it was my absolute favorite. I don't know why. I think I just have a tendency to see where it was going, and like, I like concepts, I guess, because I'm like always thinking about, oh, I could make this better this way, and I could make this better that way, and I could make it darker and grittier, and not in the Shadow the Hedgehog way either, which failed miserably. Shadow the Hedgehog failed miserably. That's not how you do it, guys. Although I liked that game too. Yeah, like I said, like, I have a tendency to like things that a lot of people really didn't like. I guess with the exception of SBO and Shadow, I think Manic was my absolute favorite Sonic character. Actually, you know what? No, I think I like Manic and these guys, like, equally. Just, I guess, different canons, I guess. Although SBO is my absolute favorite. I know I'm a merch whore. Leave me alone. But anyways, continuing on, what I'm about to talk about is the book that I really bought. And I'm just gonna get right into it. It's Scooby Apocalypse Volume 3. Now, like I said, I have a tendency to like things that a lot of people really hate. Apparently, Scooby Apocalypse is getting a lot of hate right now, but I mean, I implore you to at least read the first and second one, because this got really interesting really quick. And I like how it's darker and it's morbid, and I like how, like, the characters, they're just like crazy, over-exaggerated versions of themselves. Like, Shaggy is like this hardcore hipster dude. Velma is this like evil genius slash... Actually, I wouldn't call her an evil genius because she was kind of used without spoiling a lot, but basically she's basically responsible for the end of the world, which is kind of fucking funny when you think about it. Daphne is a former All-Star Reporter award winner, and now she runs a mystery show at 4 a.m. on the Knitting Channel, which Shaggy just happens to watch because, again, he's a fucking hipster. Scooby is actually like a scientific experiment gone wrong. He's basically like a failed prototype smart dog. And that explains not only why he can talk, but also like why he can't talk properly, like ruh-oh and stuff like that. It's because he's a failed prototype. Also, what they did with Scrappy-Doo in this comic is fucking hysterical. Like, it's so dumb, but you're gonna love it. It's... oh my god. They gave Scrappy-Doo... I'm not gonna spoil it. They gave Scrappy-Doo the Shadow the Hedgehog treatment, and it's great. It's absolutely hysterical. I haven't managed to finish this, so I don't know what happens to him. I know, like, they finally tangle up and, like, get into, like, a fight or something. Because, like, believe it or not, like, Scooby is not a fucking coward in this, like, book. Like, there's one part where they're, like, cornered by all these mutated beasts that used to be humans. And, like, Scooby literally, like, there was, they were, faced with this one who was like a little girl, and then it turned out she was like a mutant, and she was like this plant thing. Scooby like legit jumps on her and bites her head off. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, just look how savage he looks in this image. It's great. And like, if you liked the Scooby-Doo and you like really funny, semi-serious, like, edgelord retakes on stuff, like, I highly recommend it. It's awesome. But like I said, I have a tendency to like things that a lot of people don't like, so, I mean, you've been warned. I do recommend you try it, but if it sucks, like, don't come to me angry, because, like I said, it's not for everyone. It's definitely, like, not for everyone. But, like, would I recommend it? Hell yes. Absolutely. It's hysterical. It's like, it's Scooby-Doo on crack, is what it is. And, like, all the monsters that, like, they pulled, like, the head off, and it was, like, oh man, whatever his face. And no, they're actual monsters. And they're actual violent monsters. Like, you see people, like, getting eaten alive and all this crazy stuff, and it's, like, amazing. Like, it's definitely not for kids. Warning you, not for kids. Do not let your kids read this. But I mean, like, and the art style is crazy. Look at this. Like, holy crap. It's, like, so, like, hardcore. DC really, like, they really, really outdid themselves with this. Alright, so that was day one. We packed so much excitement into day one, and that didn't even compare to day two. Day two was amazing. So the first place we went to on day two was Costco, and usually I go around Costco, I don't really see much. I don't get really excited. I get bored really fast, and, like, I want to leave. And sometimes I don't even go in. My parents usually go in, and then I just wait in the car. But I'm glad I went in, because I saw something that I was looking for, and, like, I kid you not, I kid you not, my inner 90s child was screaming when I saw this. Screaming. And what it is this a giant ass case of 100 gel pens. All different colors. And then we got the metallic ones, we got the sparkly ones. Like, I kid you not, I was like, I picked it up and I was like a 5-year-old. I ran over to my parents and I was like, can I owe you for this? So, like, yeah, I was so happy. And I haven't had a chance to try it with my black sketchbook, but I'm so excited to do that. So then we went to the mall and got food, and I won't lie, the whole time I was eating, I couldn't wait to be finished eating because I wanted to go to Sephora really bad, because I found out that day, it must have been fate or something, because that same day that I was in the Avalon Mall, they had just released the Too Faced festival. I can't remember the proper name of the thing. It's got unicorns all over it. I'll start with the least exciting thing I bought. So this is my Bostia Tsubaki cleansing oil gel. I love this shit, and I got it on sale, and I'm sad to say that it's probably because it's being discontinued, which sucks because it's like my favorite. It smells really good. It comes in pretty pink packaging. It's just, you know, sad. But I managed to get one last bottle, and I think they had a few more, so I might stop in. So then I went on to my Kat Von D stuff. So I got 2 lip liners, the Everlasting lip liners. I got them in the shades of Swoon and Vampira. So one is like a pink color, and the other one is like a dark red. I'll have to do swatches of those later when I don't have shitty lighting. I also got 2 of the Glimmer Veil lipsticks. I already had Televator, which is like a beautiful purple. So this time I got Satellite, which is basically the same shade as Dreamer. It's like a very pretty turquoise blue. And I got Shockful, which is like a beautiful, vibrant, hot pink. I was wearing them earlier, but I ate and pretty much all of it came off. I got this lipstick. It is Unicorn Tears, and it is part of the Too Faced collection. It's the Life's a Festival collection. So this one's Unicorn Tears. It's actually the one I'm wearing now. So it's like a light blue with pink shimmer. I love how like the back of the product is, and the front is all holographic and pretty. I exchanged some of my Beauty Insider points, which I had been hoarding because I couldn't help myself, and I got these pins. I specifically wanted the unicorn one, and I think it only cost me like 200 points. So, and I like how the unicorn has like a black and white striped horn. If I was a unicorn, that's probably what I'd look like too, since I wear like my black and white striped tights everywhere. And finally, the most exciting thing I got was this beautiful Too Faced, oh, that's backwards. Too Faced Life's a Festival Peace, Love, and Unicorns palette. And I'm wearing some of the eyeshadow now. I think I'm wearing Artist Press Dusk Teal Dawn and Mystic Rain, and I absolutely love the shades in this. Yesterday I was wearing a combination of Fun to See Dusk Teal Dawn because I love that, and Fireflies. I spent way too much money at Sephora and I didn't even get my eyeliner, which I'm pretty sure just ran out today. So, oops. I'll have to order some tomorrow. With what I had left, I went to the new record store, Sunrise Records, I think it's called. Basically, it's like HMV, only better. I went in there and they have like all sorts of stuff. I didn't have a lot of money, but I couldn't help myself. I got my very first ever Tokidoki Unicorno, and this was the blind bag. I'm gonna be brutally honest, I really wanted Lolo Pesa, which is like the pretty pink one with like the crown and everything, but I ended up getting, and I'm actually kind of happy that I did, I ended up getting Pepperino. He's got like the devil horns, and he's got the little pepper, and the pepper has devil horns and a tail, and I'm like, out of all the ones to get, I got this one, and it's really cute. I love it. I am probably going to try for the other ones though when I go back for sci-fi. And last but not least, this isn't a huge thing, but I still really love it. We went to, what was the name of that store? I think it's called like the Bath and Body Shop. Yeah, I think it's Bath and Body Shop. But, we had to pick up some soaps for the house, so we picked up our soaps. And they had these cute little antibacterial cleansing hand gels. So I got this one, Fiji White Sands. And I also got another one. I don't know where it is right now, but I'm probably gonna come across it very soon. It's got like these sparkles in it, and I don't know about you, but I always love the feeling of hand sanitizer, how cool it makes your hands feel until it dries, and I just love it. So that was pretty much my adventure in St. John's. I can't wait to go back because it's literally the only place where there's anything to do. I had lots of Starbucks while I was there, and I just found this butterfly cookie that I completely forgot I had, so I'm definitely going to enjoy that later. And then it's back on my diet, but I just can't wait for sci-fi. Oh, I almost forgot. I also got this Pusheen. I got this Pusheen, and she has candy. It's strawberry candy, and a bunch just went on the floor. But the thing I love about the candy is, like, it's in the shape of other foods. So, like, this one is, oh, that one's the shape of a cupcake. This one's the shape of a donut. And I have to be really careful because I want to take silly pictures of this on my tongue, but I don't want somebody calling my parents and being like, your daughter's on ecstasy. That wouldn't be cool. Be funny, but not cool. But yeah, that's my adventures in St. John's. So the next video is probably going to be another Let's Pwn, Friday the 13th. I know it's slow, but I did get some really good material, especially when my buddy, the completionist, came online and started playing with us. That was a lot of fun. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to, as I go, I'll get better and I'll make my videos funnier, and I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it. Again, this is Game Freak 982928 of Total Pwnage Incorporated, and I will see you next video. Bye!